coincidental. I think it's actually maybe providential. We were actually studying the book of Haggai in our Sabbath school, and as I was studying this week, preparing to teach, this text just seemed so appropriate for our times, especially following Devon's announcement about the bathrooms and the renovations that are coming. This is the story. The prophet who was trying to encourage the Israelites after their exile from Babylon, and they had been back from exile for a couple of years, and they were in these times of confusion and spiritual doldrum, and really probably not knowing where to go forward. And here was the prophet Haggai, and this is the message, or part of the message he gave them. Then the word of the Lord came through the prophet Haggai. Is it a time for you yourselves to be living in your paneled houses, while this house remains a ruin? Now this is what the Lord Almighty says. Give careful thought to your ways. You have planted much, but harvested little. You eat, but never have enough. You drink, but never have your fill. You put on clothes, but are not warm. You earn wages, only to put them in a purse with holes in it. That's the message of Haggai. Does that sound familiar? How many of us sow a lot, but reap little? Eat, but are not filled, or don't have enough? We put on clothes, but we're still not warm. And we earn wages, but put them in a purse with holes in it. As we studied our Sabbath school lesson, the solution was to prioritize and restore the temple, right? While people were living in their paneled homes, probably with molding and all the good stuff, but the temple was in ruins. And that's a call for us. And Dan mentioned that we will be getting rent from this new tenant, and so that's going to help. But we'll also need your help, and not just that, but more than finances, we need your involvement. As we're talking to these tenants, for example, in the time that it took to negotiate the lease, they increased their numbers by 100. That's more than there are in this church today. So, how can we learn from the experience of others? And then some of these so-called Christians that probably might not necessarily believe in the same things we do. Maybe they're a little more conservative, and they're probably more exclusive and more different. They have different values than we hold, and yet God is blessing them too. And how can we, in our context, move the work of God here in Hollywood? How can we restore our temple? Let's think about that as we participate in not just giving of offerings, financial offerings, but also your talents and your skills and all the things that make you great at what you do at work, in school, or whatever you're doing. How can you bring that as an offering to God in service to this community here in Hollywood?